A recap of Sweet 16 Thursday night and the 4 marquee matchups we had. And they were 4 great games. Well, 3 really good and competitive games decided by a single digit. And then UConn continues its domination. But we start with the game of the night in Los Angeles. It was the nightcap in the West region. North Carolina and Alabama. Grant Nelson, welcome to the show. 24 points, 12 boards, 5 blocks to lead the Crimson Tide to their first Elite Eight appearance in 2 decades. The first time Alabama dances into the Elite Eight since 2004, holding off North Carolina, coming back in the final 60 seconds, 89-87. Alabama wins outright as a 4.5-point underdog.
You take a look at UNC yesterday. We talked about it for the past couple of days. The highest ticking count on any favorite by far this weekend was going to be on North Carolina, and they lost that game. Direct correlation? Maybe some would think so. But if you are the NCAA, you just said it, Ben. You led this off. The marquee game of the night. They don't give a damn about ratings, the NCAA, because myself here, I'm supposed to handicap this game, which I did yesterday. Looked forward to watching it. I didn't watch 1 second of it. I didn't even make it up until the game actually tipped off. And for the kids out there that are Carolina fans, Alabama fans, or college basketball fans, that's a shame. You'll be watching the replay this morning after a sensational game. What the hell's the NCAA doing, man? What a wreck.
Yeah, listen, the scheduling wasn't great, but we knew it was going to be late for a few weeks leading up to Thursday night. Donnie, we can't appreciate a great basketball game without talking how you were in sleep earlier before the game even ended. Well, I hope you caught the finish because it was sensational. North Carolina was up by 1, 85-84, and then inexplicably, the senior, Jalen Withers, hoists a 3 with about 15 seconds left on the shot clock. It doesn't go down. Alabama gets the rebound, and Grant Nelson comes the other way and scores the go-ahead bucket for the Crimson Tide. A 24-point, 12-rebound, 5-block performance where he hit both of the triples he attempted. And, oh, by the way, it closes the highest total we had seen in the last 25 years in the NCAA tournament at 174.5. And the pace was there to push us over. Alabama into its first Elite Eight in 2 decades. Clemson into the Elite Eight as well. They continue to pull outright upset after outright upset. All 3 games for Brad Brownell's Tigers here in the Big Dance. They have been booked as the underdog, and they have won outright. Clemson sends the 2 seed in the West region, packing upsets in that portion of the bracket as Clemson knocks off Arizona 77-72. The Tigers win outright as a 6.5-point pregame underdog.
What a novel concept. Start a game in the 7 o'clock hour. We all enjoy it, watch it all the way through, and it's a great game and something that we probably anticipated yesterday, Ben. As I told you, take the points with the Clemson Tigers because we know Arizona is always due for one of these games. Like they should have the talent to take on UConn and go toe-to-toe. But we've seen many games this year for Arizona where it's like, why isn't the talent matching up? And for the people out there, Ben, my favorite last night on social media, why is Arizona settling for the 3-point shot? Well, if you listen to Ben and Donnie in the morning, we told you Clemson is going to give you a 3-point shot. It's a matter if you make the 3-point shot, and they didn't make the 3-point shot. Therefore, Clemson, attack of the ACC, is now on its way to the Elite Eight.
5 of 28 from 3-point range last night was Arizona. Caleb Love now plays for Arizona. He was 0 for last night from deep, 0 for 9. His former backcourt mate at UNC, RJ Davis, also 0 of 9 from deep. Something did not work for them in Los Angeles. Clemson into the Elite Eight for the first time since 1980, just the second ever time in program history. Playoff, postseason play between Clemson and Alabama. That sounds like it's the college football playoff now in the Elite Eight on Saturday night in Los Angeles. Connecticut, meanwhile, continues to be dominant in the Big Dance. We fire around here, DRS. UConn wins by 30, knocking off San Diego State in the national championship game rematch, 82-52. UConn wins and covers as an 11.5-point favorite. And in the game of the night in Boston, Illinois holds off Iowa State. The Illini into the Elite Eight for the first time since 2005. Tightly contested game. Illinois prevails 72-69. They win outright as a short 1.5-point underdog.
Boy, oh boy, setting up a game that is going to be unbelievable this weekend when you take a look at UConn versus Illinois in Boston, and away we go. Two fantastic basketball teams here. And by the way, Terrence Shannon Jr., 29 points, clutch, so many breakaway dunks. I was watching there on the highlights. It was really impactful there. I liked what I saw at Illinois, but I can't stand the fact that I lost my Iowa State future. It is what it is. Let's go, Houston. Let's go, Creighton.
Terrence Shannon Jr., 29 points in 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Illinois as a team, 15 of 29. More around the big dance in just a moment. The team that normally plays inside TD Garden on the road the last 2 nights in Atlanta, and it hasn't been good. The Celtics, a 16.5-point favorite, lose outright in overtime to the Atlanta Hawks, 123-122. DeJounte Murray, a career best 44 points. Again, the Hawks win outright as a 16.5-point dog. And then quickly around Major League Baseball's opening day, the Yankees come back to knock off the Astros. Juan Soto shines and throws out a runner at the dish to end the game. And the Arizona Diamondbacks absolutely hammer the Colorado Rockies. They scored 14 runs in the 3rd inning at home in Phoenix.